Welcome to the series on happiness. In this series we will explore several topics and explain happiness and how to get more happiness, be happier. In this first video I want to directly go hands-on. So we all know this situation where we feel frustration or anger, doubt, restlessness, some kind of negative emotion. And in these situations it's very easy for us to remember other situations that caused similar frustration, doubt, restlessness, and so on. It's also very easy for us to think of the future in terms of these emotions. So we kind of keep on going with these negative emotions. What happens when we get into a new situation? Maybe we meet a friend or we go to an interview. We will drag these emotions with us. We will bring them into the new situation. And of course they will influence us and the others. And sometimes we are aware of this and want to escape it. We want to stop this kind of, I call it loop, this loop of negative emotions. We want to break the loop. And I'm going to give you one technique that you can use to break the loop and get out of the negative emotions. So this is actually a very common scenario. You don't feel very maybe secure about yourself and you go into a situation, you carry on this feeling, and that makes the whole situation more complicated, especially if it is with social interaction. What I would like to ask you is to go through the following exercise with me. And just for clarification, I'm not saying you shouldn't have any negative emotions. It is good to see and acknowledge negative emotions and to realize where they come from. Whenever you're in a situation where you get into the loop of negative emotions and you can't get out of it, that's when you could consider using this exercise. So apart from realizing that you are in such a loop, what you need is a list, either mentally or written down on a notepad or on your phone, with experiences you had. And I would like to ask you now to think of an experience in your life that was very funny, where you had to laugh a lot, maybe with friends, maybe on your own, maybe something happened, maybe a very funny joke that you can't resist, but you always laugh on it. If you can't come up with any own experience, just carry it with you and try to think of one. Write one down whenever you remember it. And for now, just maybe use a picture, a very, very funny picture, or maybe a YouTube clip that is just very funny. And note that down. So, once you have this thing that is very funny, and it should be funny in a positive way, not because, I don't know, someone gets hurt. It should be positive funny. Then the next step is, whenever you're in the loop, recognize it, first step, and then remember the funny thing. And not just remember it, but, well, if you have your own experience, you should visualize it. You should think about what happened, who was there, what's the surrounding, how did I feel, how did the other people feel, and all you just should make it very real in your mind. You should relive the experience. And, well, if you have a picture or a video, you should also just immerse yourself into it, into the media. And then just allow this feeling to come into your body. So you feel joyful, you laugh, and this breaks the circle. This is basically the technique. Recognize you're in a loop and decide that you want to get out of it, and relive that experience or immerse yourself in that picture. If you are in a state with not very strong emotions, very strong negative emotions, but just like lingering bad emotions, you could also think of not something that makes you laugh, but something that makes you content. So, because in that case your emotion is not so strong. You don't need such a strong emotion to counter it, to get out of the loop. And contentment and inner happiness helps you especially on the long term. If you want, you can also combine those two. So you might think of first reliving this very funny experience, and then you're more or less on a more neutral ground. Then you can remember and relive the content scenario. Well, I hope this video really helped you to, first of all, realize that everybody has this, and then appreciate this technique that you can use whenever you get in such a loop and you want to get out of it. If you have any questions about this technique, or if you have any comments regarding your own experiences or other techniques that you've used to deal with your negative emotions or getting out of the loop, please write them down in the comment section below so we can learn from each other and I can learn from you as well. In the next video, I will talk about the psychological process that makes this positivity being so powerful for us, so powerful for changing our mood and our focus, changing our life basically. So stay tuned for the next and the upcoming videos and hope to see you soon.